All right, listen up, please. So, what you guys have is, remember we have complement and supplement. Our two angles, or a complement, are two angles that add up to 90 degrees, correct?
Yes.
We remember that, we're all set with that. Right, we got that like memorized in our brain. All right, so remember now we're gonna be talking about radians. So, if I have this little circle over here, alright, remember our unit of measurement that we're talking about is a radian. Remember, what is a radian? A radian, remember, is our radius wrapped around our circle. So we have 1 radian, is right about here, right? It's the distance from here is a radian. So here is 1 radian, here's 2 radians, and there's 3 radians. So we'll just say 1, 2, 3. That makes sense?
Yes.
Makes sense? Okay. So what I'm saying, the reason why we say all the way over here is what we call pi radians. Because it's not exactly 3, right? It's not exactly 4, it's actually 3, and what we did is when we approximated to get to here, right, there's that little extra space. So it's 3.14159 ... So here, when we're talking about 1, I'm talking about 1 radian. So if I say, remember, if I say find the complement, what we need to do is we have this angle from here to here. So to find the complement, we need to find this angle right there. So that's 1 radian. We need to figure out what that is. And then remember our formula. To find the complement, we just do pi over 2, which represented 90 degrees, minus 1. And then obviously you look at this, you say, oh, well, how do you do pi over 2 minus 1? Well, one thing I can do is I can make these two the same fraction, so I can multiply by 2 over 2. All right, and I don't have a calculator to approximate this. But therefore you have pi over 2 minus 2 over 2, which equals pi minus 2 divided by 2. So if you have a calculator, you can just do pi minus 2 divided by 2, okay? And that'd be your answer. If I wanted to find the supplement, now remember the supplement is right over here. This is at pi. So if this was pi over 2, if I want to find the supplement, now I'm looking for this angle from there to there, right? The supplement is what part of your angle will add to your 1 to get to 180. So for the supplement, this is complement. So for the supplement, for the supplement, what I'll do is the same thing. I just do pi minus 1. And like I said, I don't have a calculator with me, but you guys can just take pi minus 1, and that will give you your angle for that. Does that make sense? Okay. But now, see, the difference is that's just dealing with radius. So you just always have radians is just your radius wrapped around it. But when I have something like pi over 6, that's a little bit different. Because we know that here is pi, right? Did I get you to believe that that's over there is pi? From here to here is pi radians. Okay, it's pi radians. It's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's pi radians. So since from here to here is pi radians, I want to say what is 1/6 of that? So what I'm going to do is I need to break from here to here into sixths. So let's see, this would be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now what I've just done is I've broken this down into 6. 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6, 6 6. 6 6 is the same thing as pi. So therefore what I'm saying is, what is the complement of this angle? So what part of this angle do I have to get 90 degrees? Well, you could do pi over 2 minus pi over 6, right? But in this figure, you guys can see that it's also 2 sixths, right? 1 6 and 2 6 are the two remaining angles that make up my 90 degrees. So 2 pi over 6, same thing as pi over 3. So that's the complement. And then the supplement, you guys can again do the algebra if you want to. Say pi and minus pi over 6. Or in this figure, you can just count. Well, how many pi over 60 do I need to take to get to 180? 1 6 or 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6. So therefore, my final answer is 5 pi over 6. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on how I did that, or what?